So, I think the pleasantries are out of the way, and nobody cares about KY, so...
I'm assuming you
Hey,
filled
that's me.
Fuck KY.
Raph in on like what we had been doing and stuff, maybe?
A little bit.
Okay.
I kinda... I'm gonna let a lot of that come out in RP.
Okay.
Let me, I'm gonna tweet out the stream.
Yeah, let me do that as well.
Oh, fucking.
Okay, so, because this is my world now, we're renaming some shit. Not much, but, the continent used to be called Swadia. There is a region called Swadia, but we're changing a few things up, so I guess we could start with, the intro. So,
Sadly, we all die.
rocks fall, everyone dies. Okay, reroll new characters. This is a brand new session 0.
But
Yay.
Carillion dies first somehow.
In a world.
Alright. So, we begin in the world of Reddick, off the coast of the continent of Etos to the north, on the island of Uridin, in the Trilla Miles, in the city of Dragonsmouth, a sprawling city run by the Draken Ascendancy, a society of primarily Dragonborn. Our party, Ta the fighter, a huge armored figure carrying a massive shield, Bramnik the dwarven druid with an odd stone whip at his waist, Nyx the fiery warlock seeming to have lost her companion owl, Erbith Meadowchaser carrying his new rifle, and Corellian Soul, a polearm-wielding paladin of Zorquin, all meet up after receiving training in Devlim's Cave. We're going to pick up right when you guys meet up in the cave after exiting and receiving your training, as at least partial payment at a minimum for defeating what were 3 mysterious figures who, upon their defeat, were turned into strange black crystals, one of which you managed to obtain, 2 falling into a portal seeming to lead to the plane of elemental fire. You've spoken with Soria Drakara, the somewhat almost adopted daughter, but cousin to the princess of the Draken Ascendancy's Dragonsmouth. She brought you down here for your training, and now you seem to be free to go wherever it is you want to go. On your way out of the cave itself, walking along the long tunnel to the staircase that you walked down initially, you meet a Dragonborn guard, seeming to be one of the higher ranks, not one you've met. And he looks to you and says, Soria asks that you keep an eye out for whatever it was that took the form of of one of our Marines. And if you find them, bring them back here for questioning. What would you like to do?
Clear my throat and point at me and me as well.
Right. And you. Wait, what?
Yeah, they took the form of me as well. It was tough.
Yeah, no, I know. I know. He didn't.
Oh yeah. It was 2. I told the lady that.
Yeah. He didn't get that message for some reason.
Yeah.
But he's a little more concerned with the Marine.
So if you see one of me that isn't me, I don't know, stop him or ask him a question.
You should.
Well, how do we know that
he calls over another guard and simply says, "All right, if you see him that you're not sure if it's him, stop him."
Here. I'll toss not my spear, my shield. I was going to throw my spear for a second. I'll toss my shield like 10 feet away and then teleport it back. If he can't do that, arrest him. Or kill him. I don't care. Actually, no, let me kill him. Arrest him, let me kill him.
The guard sort of looks at you a little bit terrified now, but goes, right. Okay.
Oh boy.
So if you see him and he can't do a shield teleporty thing, capture him?
He's a fake. He'll be easy to kill.
Wow.
Maybe.
Okay.
He's not me.
Sure. Got it. He's sort of like, the other guard is sitting there going, so, capture. And the first guard just sort of, yeah, capture or kill. I mean, whatever. Just go and relay it to the capture of the guard. the second guard serving as a messenger sort of goes, right, and just bolts. He's gone. He's fucking gone. All right, but you guys
Wow.
begin walking up, or finish walking up the staircase back into the library itself. Soria does not seem to be here. However, there is a note simply saying that she has some audiences that she needs to take care of, as the city doesn't stop for whatever she's trying to do, and she will reconnect with you later.
I can't remember. Did we leave Melee on the boat, or where is she at?
Yeah, Millier is on the boat currently. Barter has gone back to the boat. At least for now, until you guys get there.
Oh, yeah.
He seems kind of antsy to try to find some answers.
I thought we sent him off to do that. Like, once we...
No. You dragged him with you to
Yep.
the audience. And
Right.
once that was done, he said, I'll go back to the boat until you guys are done. And then I need to go and do my thing.
Okay.
We told
I
him we
thought...
would help him, didn't we?
Well, no, we just said we wanted him with us for talking to the lady.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So,
Oh,
what would you like to do?
We're in the library right now?
Currently in the library, there is an overlook, a garden just outside that overlooks the city here in the center. And, or sorry, not quite in the center, but regardless. But it overlooks the city. You guys have free reign. You have time. It seems Soria isn't around to speak to currently.
there's some stuff I could do in the library, actually.
Yeah, me too.
So,
Okay.
We also need
I
to
got
sell stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
wanted
do
to
need to
go
sell stuff.
sell stuff that normal shops won't usually want to buy, like poisons and stuff. Is there anything else that you guys have that won't really be normally sold? I can go grab the gold for it and come back.
yes.
All right, yeah, just give me all the bad stuff you guys got.
Alright.
Is a whip a dexterity based weapon?
Yes. Typically.
Okay.
However,
we do have that.
Which whip are we talking about?
The 4-guard lifesteal whip.
That one is actually strength based.
Oh, yeah. No, you're not getting that. Okay, never mind.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're keeping the whip that makes you insane or evil.
No comment.
That's about right. Yeah. Okay.
I have a technical question. In my list of poison ingredients, I have milkweed seeds. Is that only used in poison craft?
The milkweed. Okay, let me look at it.
It
So
says it reduces
I have a.
crafting DC.
Oh, okay. So that's not just used for poison.
Okay.
That is used as a bonding agent and a preserver while crafting, so that things are a little bit easier to do. But a lot of it, in order to use it, a lot of it must be consumed at once.
I gotcha.
Okay.
Uh,
So
well, if Nix, are you heading off to do your shady shopping, quote unquote?
Yes.
Okay. I will. I've got a few things I'll give you to see if we can't get a little bit of coin for.
Yeah, sure.
And, so I'll hand over a small satchel of 3 purple glowing mushrooms.
Shrooms, yay!
The ones used for making sedative poison.
Yep.
Do you have any more of those, or are those all
I
you're
do.
giving?
No,
Okay,
I'm
you have extra.
keeping
Okay.
a small supply of things.
Okay.
I'll give 1 wild sage root and 1 milkweed seed.
Okay. She looks at them kind of funny, but she's like, "Okay, I'll try."
Okay.
Just don't get them confused. Don't eat any of it.
God damn it.
And see.
This
it
is
might
not
come
another
across-
episode of the Goodberry.
Oh God,
Just
no!
pretty
Yeah,
great.
it's not.
So,
It's just not.
guys, I've got these 10 claws from those things we killed with the weird agent that makes it feel sluggish, and I've got 2 horror spikes from those weird spider things.
Right.
What do we want to do with these?
I mean, they could be turned into weapons.
Yeah, we've got like that giant fang piece and other stuff like that too.
I could probably sell that stuff too,
I mean,
if you guys wanted to get rid of some.
we have that Oni tooth in there that we probably don't need. I don't think that can be used for anything. Like the only thing that I have listed that could be used for stuff is the giant fang piece and the antique queen claws.
Well, if you don't need anything, the rest of it, might as well turn it in for gold.
Yeah, I'll give you
Because
the Oni and Wyvern tooth.
These
The Wyvern Tooth?
are poison.
So the claws, for context, the claws of the Yanti Queen could be turned into either daggers or arrowheads, potentially. The Oni tooth, I mean, it's a giant fucking spiky tooth. You can use that however the hell you want, or sell it. Like that works. And then what was the other one?
Wyvern tooth.
Right. Wyvern tooth. So wyvern tooth, again, it could be used for a lot of different things. A spearhead, a sort of broadhead arrow if you really wanted to.
Could it be used to turn into like a dragon slaying arrow?
Potentially. You don't know.
I guess we didn't really address this. I'm gonna turn to Birdie and go, "Hey, do you need arrow?" And like as I'm starting to say arrow, as I see, because you have a rifle now, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I'll just be like, "Oh,
It's fully visible. It's not something I can hide.
so
Yeah. The thing's like 4.5 feet tall. Like if
arrows."
it's getting on end. It's pretty big.
Oh, wow. They gave you something really nice.
Okay. Well, I guess yeah, we can probably get rid of the Oni and Wyvern tooth then, because the other ones could be like bigger weapons that I think would be useful. So you can
how,
take those if
how
you
big
want.
is this Oni tooth? And Wyvern tooth?
So the wyvern tooth is going to be about the size of Ta's fucking hand. The thing is huge, or at least as long from middle finger to the base of the palm. It's sort of it has a slight serration to it, but it is a long, sort of curved piece of bone.
That might make a good dagger.
It would make a very good eviscerating dagger. If you think of like a fish gutter, it almost kind of follows that shape, but it would need some work. The Oni tooth is smaller. It's about 3 inches tall, and pretty straight, like pretty regular on all sides. But it comes to a very sharp point.
I wonder if our blacksmith friend would be interested in the Wyvern Tooth as like, see if maybe he'd like to fashion a weapon out of it for his own selling.
Yeah, we can probably
yeah.
take those. Yeah.
Is anybody going to be using a dagger? Just saying, like, if we want to go through the trouble of turning this stuff into weapons, it needs to be something that we're going to
Have him
use.
turn it into a weapon for us.
but they have
sell
coin.
it to him so he
Yeah.
can.
Oh,
sell
it's
Basically
well,
selling you materials.
We'll take that stuff to him, I think. So the teeth we'll take to him later.
Oh yeah, they don't know
Claws and
about
stuff
Biggs
we'll give
yet.
to you.
Well,
So-
didn't you say that Oh no, because I was the last one, wasn't I? One of the last.
You
ones,
were
so
not
they
the
wouldn't
last
do
one, but
One
there
of
was one other person who saw.
Okay.
One or two. Bertie, you saw Biggs.
Yes.
I don't remember if anybody else
I'll
did.
just-
Bram,
I know a
he's
guy.
got a
We
passive
can
perception of
we
20.
can probably take it.
Well, no,
You-
it's not a passive perception problem. You just weren't in the fucking room at the time.
Yeah, I wasn't.
It was because Ty, you were the second to last. Yeah. So Bertie has seen Biggs. None of the other of you have seen him. You guys were in your respective training rooms at the time. There was no way for you to even know about Biggs.
That's fine. I'll just say I know a guy, and then I'll hang on to those teeth.
So let's
Okay.
give those claws and stuff
Okay.
to Nyx to sell at the shady place.
Yeah. Try not to put
Okay.
yourselves on these. They're pretty nasty.
What are they?
10 claws from, I think they were some
Yawns.
sort of ghouls.
We got them from the wardens.
Okay, so those are
familiars.
the Warden's claws. So those are a little different. So there's the Yonti claws, which are these thin pieces. They are curved as well, but they're very thin, very fine, very sharp. The Warden's claws are very different. They are heavy. The difference would be a piercing arrow and a broadhead arrow, for instance. These things are about 3 to 4 inches long and made out of a very thick, strong bone. The edges are sharp, but not quite to the Yonti Queen's sharpness.
Huh. Hey, Todd.
not-
You think you can put these like on your gauntlets and punch things really hard? Oh wait, no. Let's give them to Barter.
Oh my fucking god! Nyx rolls her eyes and just hands everything back again. Jesus Christ!
No, for sure. Take the horror spikes. Those I don't want to do it. I don't want to have anything to do with those anymore.
Okay, what are those? How many of those? What is this?
Those are the spikes that were shot at us from the back of those spider abominations. You know, the ones that tried to eat me.
How many?
That did, in fact,
2.
eat you. Almost.
So what would they actually be called then?
I found them listed here as horror
These
spikes.
are venomous stingers, basically.
Okay.
They do not currently have any venom. However, they are large, thin, and when I say large, they're about a foot long each, if not a little bit longer. Very sharp, with a hole through the center where the venom is injected. You figure some ne'er-do-wells might be able to find a use for this.
Okay.
Okay, so Nyx is going to the shady shit dealer.
Yes.
What are the rest of you guys doing? Just so that
I'm
I can
gonna go
figure this out.
shopping.
Yeah.
Okay, you're going shopping. Where
Well,
are
I
you
think
guys
we're all
headed?
Go shopping at some point. I just didn't know if we wanted to do like research in the library first or shopping first.
Some of you guys could do some research. Some of you guys could do whatever.
We could go grab Barter and see like if we can help him out first, and then like get him some equipment because I do kind of owe him a life debt.
Well,
Yeah, you
Sucks to
fucking
be
do.
you.
we could talk to him and see if maybe he's interested in manning the ship, like just becoming part of the crew.
Okay, well, you know he's at the ship right now, so you guys have some time. He seemed like he was not so much in a hurry, but also kind of antsy. And evil for context, you wouldn't necessarily know this as your character, but Barter is this massive male human.
He's
basically.
almost Taw-sized. He's
He
basically
is Taw-sized. Muscle bound as all hell. Who seems to have lost his memory, at least for the moment, and is looking for answers. He's currently on the ship. You won't necessarily know that, but for context later, it might help you.
Okay.
Is there like a librarian or someone in the library working
Sure.
that I could just speak to real quick? Because
Yeah, there's a curator.
Are we all gonna go shopping and then maybe do the research stuff? Because I know.
That's probably best. I just don't want to like have to split up shopping like through multiple
Right.
times in the session. We can just do it all at once.
Right.
Okay.
So
Just
I
to
want
make it
to.
easier on you.
I just want to ask the librarian real quick, or the curator. I'll approach. Excuse me.
Yes. What can I do for you?
We need to head out, but I know we needed to come back to do some research. While we're gone, can you let me know? Do you have any books on like beginner's guides to like potion brewing or alchemy?
The this sort of younger female looks up, kind of trying to remember. I believe I have something. It will take some time to find.
Okay.
We're restocking the shelves after Soria's mad dash through every book in this place. So, it will take me some time to find it, but yes, I
And
think we have something that might fit.
this would be something that I would either need to buy from you, or maybe if you have an extra copy that sorry, I wouldn't mind, giving to me.
I'm not sure if we have an extra copy, but you are free to take notes, of course.
Sure.
We'll see. Oh, she has truly destroyed every cataloging system in this place, and we have to redo it. So it will take me some time to find it, but afterwards, you may peruse at your pleasure.
Sure. I'd appreciate that. Thank you.
Sure, no problem.
Sorry, you maniac. Damn, I didn't think she had that in her.
Well,
Wild girl.
considering she was looking for anything on, where you guys were going, and while you guys were gone, she was looking through as much as she could. She did kind of destroy the entire library.
She's a lady in the streets and a freak in the library.
Pretty much, yeah.
This is library.
Okay.
All right.
So,
I'm gonna go grab Barter first.
okay, so
Yeah, welcome back to the show.
here's what we're gonna do. Number one, it seems like we've got a shopping episode on our hands, which is fine. Is anybody going with Nyx to the shady shit?
Nope. Wait,
I don't-
Okay.
That is a
Apparently
good
not.
question.
actually, no, hang on. Actually, I will, as just kind of like a pseudo bodyguard, whatever, and then also like I might know some of the stuff because of my merc background. So
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
any of the etiquette.
I'll take it.
Actually, you would know this. You know some of the shady stuff, but most of the stuff you do above board.
yeah,
There is one person here who would be really good in this situation. I won't lie. Fucking Birdie with the
True,
thieves'
yeah.
cant and all that shit. So
I was actually
Yeah,
debating
that.
asking Birdie to come with. Yeah, I was thinking that same
you can
thing.
do that. I was just thinking like I could be the imposing dude in the background. Like maybe you should
Okay.
drive prices down.
Yeah, but you probably wouldn't even see like a group of thugs coming from like 3 feet away with your perception. So I don't know. I mean,
Not
Goddamn.
wrong.
Yeah, I'd be a fish out of water there. So
Meanwhile, we'll have another group who's going to go shopping in the town proper. So who is that going to be? That'll be Belias.
Oh, we're doing
I
both at the
guess.
same time.
Yeah, we'll just do it at the same time.
I'll just go with the normal group then. They can
Okay,
do their
okay.
shady stuff.
Especially since you have the fucking bag of holding.
Yeah,
holding.
especially.
Okay. So, I guess.
Nyx,
Who
while
wants to
you're
go
there,
first?
sorry.
Yeah,
Nyx,
go
while
for
you're
go.
there, can you see about maybe getting some worm tongue?
I don't have any cash on me right now.
Well,
So
you're gonna be selling things, so if you could pick up some,
if everybody's okay with me doing that.
Yeah, that's fine.
I just need like
Okay.
one root, or I don't know if worm tongue's like a root or a leaf.
Worm tongue is a root, yeah.
Okay, so just one root is fine.
Yeah, sure. All right, I'll look.
And maybe a few raven berries.
Oh my god, just write her a list.
She's writing this down.
Okay. So.
Wait, what was the last one? Sorry.
Raven berries.
Okay.
Just
All right.
All right. So, You guys step out of the library onto the landing in the, what is a beautiful garden overlooking the city.
Rocks falling. We all die.
Birdie and Nyx sort of split off and start heading to
Oh boy.
where they know they can, they have a pretty good idea. Even though they've not necessarily gone to any black markets here yet, they have a pretty good idea of where they could probably find one.
Oh, are we passing any like fruit or food stands on the way?
Yeah, you'd probably pass a couple of produce stands on the way.
Can I buy like a little bag of apples?
Sure.
With what money?
My money. Nyx
Like your
lied.
money.
She was not.
Oh wow!
She has the money. She has like 10 gold. It's no big deal.
Okay.
So how much is a bag of apples?
A bag of apples will run you 2 silver.
Okay.
20 gold.
Right. Okay. So you guys head off that way. The rest of the party, gathers their stuff.
Come here, Chris.
Begins heading out into the city proper to find various dealers of all sorts of things. What I assume is going to happen, considering that Birdie and Nyx are going to be a little bit faster, and they only have one place to go as opposed to several. We're going to take care of their stuff first because they can join in with the party partway through. Just sort of makes the most sense to me, anyway.
Before as they're leaving, I just like to turn towards Tom and Bramnick and just say, somehow I feel like I'm gonna feel a lot better not knowing what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, I do my fair share of shady stuff with gambling and that, but yeah, I'd rather not know what goes on down there.
Oh yeah, Tom, what did happen the last time you guys went to do your thing?
What?
Yeah, last time when we were here in Dragonsmouth. What happened when you went with Nyx?
When? I honestly don't remember. Like I personally don't remember.
Morden's brother.
Oh, Morden's thing. Oh,
The door of insults.
It was like it was just it was like a carnival for me. It was this house full of magic traps that they couldn't resist, and they just kept getting they got locked in this room where they're like, "Help me, Todd!" It was the best. I just stood in the doorway and laughed. Oh, it was so good. They had like this box with a key that bent out of the way, and the door. Oh, the door was the best part because it would just swear at them, and they were trying to be all nice with it, and finally they just swore at it, and it opened, and it was man, I want to go back. I absolutely want to go back there just so I can watch that again.
Carillion is honestly taken aback. He's never seen Toss so animated outside of that.
The suffering really brings it out of me.
Suffering really out of me.
All right, so do we want
All right.
Yeah, well,
you guys could load onto a skiff or just take a walk. It's up to you.
Do we want to decide whether or not we want to go sell our ship first or grab barter first?
Weren't we doing them first?
Well, yeah, I'm just gonna have you guys off on your way.
Well, I assume I would have asked Biggs where his shop is. Do I know about how far that would be?
You would know it's down in the merchant quarter, relatively near to. He actually bought out one of the other blacksmiths that you guys did not go to.
The one across the street.
Yeah. Motherfucker out.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, yeah.
Other stuff at the ship that I'll need to do when we get there. So if we'll save that part for maybe after, going.
Yeah, that's fine. I want to go there anyway.
Yeah.
We'll just walk.
After shopping.
Okay,
we got time.
Set off on your journey, sort of taking in the sights. As Dragonsmouth is much more animated now than it was previously. There are many, many more people in the streets. Airships flying overhead. With a regularity that you've not seen before. Before it was many less people, not nearly as many people, or as many ships in the harbor, so to speak. It's different to everyone except for Carillion, who
It's nice.
might be feeling a little more at home now that, the city is back to its bustling ways. So, meanwhile, Nyx and Birdie, you guys head down to kind of off to a warehouse district near the docks themselves. Looking around, you don't seem to be followed or anything like that. What do you guys want to do? How do you want to go about this?
What? Sorry. Where do we want to go?
You're in the warehouse district, where
Wow.
you figure that there are likely going to be, that's roughly the closest you can think of towards where a black market most likely would be.
Oh, we're
At
still
least in a
looking.
city
So
like
we're
this.
like actively
So yeah,
looking
so
for.
what do you guys want to do to find the black market, or how do you want to proceed?
I guess I would like look for some sort of shady alleyway and any sort of like door or hatch that may look like it's a little bit more reinforced than most.
Sure,
If
give me
anything like
perception.
that pops up.
Oh boy.
Actually, because of what you're doing, investigation might be better for you too.
No, perception would be better.
That's too fucking bad, isn't it? Okay, looking around, you see a lot of shady alleys, but no reinforced doors, as far as you can tell.
Are there any particular people that aren't like actually like in a booth selling stuff that are
Sure,
just like
there are
kind of
people
hanging
walking
out?
around. You see some dock workers hauling large bits of cargo into warehouses. You see carriages with drivers and the like.
I'm gonna keep an eye out for just bad stuff.
Okay, sure. So Birdie, with a fucking 24 rolling in high,
Yay.
you see a few symbols, a couple very familiar to you, from a past left, not quite finished.
Oh goody.
A cat's eye is on a few boxes. You would recognize this as merchant symbols, something that they do to differentiate their goods from others. That being said, you also notice in essentially thieves' cant small symbols pointing the way down to a particular building.
Hmm. Well,
It seems to be aimed towards a dockside tavern with a warehouse butting up against it in the back.
I look to next. This might be the way.
Oh, okay, cool. Let's go.
Or it could be a trap. We
Um,
won't know till we get there.
Okay, let's just stay close, and yeah, if something goes down, don't worry about it.
All right, so you guys head over towards this tavern, the Weighted Anchor, a kind of skeezy tavern to be honest, but it seems to service mostly dock workers on their break, and potentially afterwards. You can see some tables that have been through kind of the ringer here. It seems like a pretty rowdy bar, likely a rowdy bar at least at night. Um, as you walk in, you see a few symbols pointing towards a certain hallway. Following them, there's a door that leads down into what seems to be a basement. No one's necessarily guarding or anything like that. It's sort of right there in plain sight.
Such a trap. Go knock on the door.
You knock regularly on the door and no answer.
I'll try one of my super secret knocks.
Okay.
Guess.
What would you try to knock out?
Well, preferably Nyx, but
I mean,
All right, Nyx walks up to the door and is like,
Tanaka, you recognize this in Thieves' Cant as being something to the extent of, I'm a complete fucking moron. Somehow. Just out of sheer luck.
oh boy.
The door, however, you do hear a click, and a curious figure sort of opens the door and goes, "What do you want?"
"Hi, I'm looking to get rid of some particular items of possible interest."
He looks over both of you, sort of in a cloak, keeping to the shadows best he can. Can't really tell what race he is or anything like that. And says in Thieves' Cant, so, Nick, so you cannot understand a word that he says. It just sounds like gibberish. He basically just says, "You a cop? You have to tell me if you're a cop." I couldn't help it, but it's so good. But that's honestly what he basically says.
Yes, I'm totally a cop. I just get this look of ignorant.
Are you saying that in Thieves' Cant or
Yes.
regular? Okay. He recognizes the Thieves' Cant and goes, "Right." Pops the door open and lets you guys in.
Yeah, I'm totally a cop.
Basically,
Really?
as you guys enter into this short hallway, it leads to another door. You can see he's got a small desk and a chair set up. This seems to be some kind of guard or something along those lines. Sentry. The far door is in fact reinforced. However, it's not locked, and the door swings open to a large, seemingly underground marketplace beneath this warehouse. There are several different stalls in all over the place, selling various things of ill repute. You can see a what seems to be a alchemist's area with different purveyors of alchemical and herbal supplements of typically death. A dagger vendor, or weapons dealer rather, and several other small booths.
I'll
Yeah.
point Nyx towards the alchemical one.
Well, do you
Okay.
want to just get now? Well, okay, sure, let's go.
Okay. You walk up to this old, very, very old human male sitting behind what seems to be almost like a very makeshift stall. It's a couple of tables that have sort of been nailed together. Almost like an awning put on, but like halfway just discarded because you're underground. You don't need a fucking awning. And it seems like he realized that halfway through and said, "Fuck it." But he's just sitting there. There's a few vials of different colored liquids, lots of greens, lots of reds, a couple blacks, sitting on the table. And as you walk up, he looks over to you. What can I do for you?
We've got some stuff that we'd like to sell that you might find of interest.
Yep, and Nyx will just lay out all this stuff on the table.
Okay, so Nyx just sort of dumps all the stuff onto the center of his table, and this guy sort of just looks at you, a little confused. He's used to people being very shady with their shit. You guys are very forward for this area. In fact, You're kind of drawing a little bit of attention, but not like a
Oh.
lot.
Really?
But you've at least piqued some people's interest.
Oh, fuck's sake.
After a few seconds, they seem to go back to what they were doing. They don't seem to care anymore. But so you have the worm tongue, the milkweed seed, and whatever else on the table.
See, satchel with 3 purple mushrooms, 1 wild sage root, 1 milkweed seed.
He looks over everything and goes, this is interesting. Yes, I could use some of this.
And I'm also looking to get a single worm tongue root and a ravenberry, if you have any.
Worm tongue, that I can do very easily. Ravenberry, however, that is a bit more expensive.
How expensive are we talking here?
A single berry with its seed intact easily goes for 100 gold.
All right, I may come back for that then. For now, just the worm tongue will be sufficient.
Well, if you wish to trade what you have for worm tongue, that can be done, and you may receive a bit of extra. Who knows? I'll have to weigh all of this. And he begins to weigh. He pulls out a set of scales and starts weighing the individual components to see how much mass and useful substance there is to the individual pieces. Meanwhile, Evil, your character has seen 2 very interesting individuals walk through the door, straight up to an alchemist, and begin dumping random things on the table, trying to sell them. You've seen them in at least one of them, a small, fiery-haired woman. When I say fiery-haired, I mean quite literally fiery-haired. Seems to be an easy mark. What would you like to do?
I want to use one of my spells on her.
Alright.
And I want to charm her, probably.
Okay. So you're sitting at a table a little ways away, and you recognize that you're probably about 45 feet away, but you get up and start moving quietly, looking like you're staring at other wares in the area. You get close enough, and if you'd like to attempt to charm her, you can totally do that. So all you have to do is on the spell, just click the name of the spell, and it'll appear.
Well, it says cast at what level?
You can do it at first level. I don't think it matters because you could actually try to get both of them if you wanted to at a higher level, but it's fine. So Nix, I need you to make a wisdom save as you feel this odd energy start to pulse over you. I believe your spell save is 14, so you shrug it off, not knowing exactly where this came from. That was an odd feeling, but you know someone is around. In the meantime, Evil, make me a sleight of hand check to see how well you did that without being noticed. Okay, Birdie, what is your passive perception?
19.
Okay, you don't notice anything.
Damn, I really need to get that higher.
Yeah, Birdie, I don't know. Something just happened.
I'm going to actively look now.
Yeah, please keep your eyes open while I finish this deal here. Are you done weighing this
really?
shit?
He's only just started. This you got hit with that wave as soon as he pulled out that bit. Okay, so perception of 15. Looking around, you see some figures in different places. Let's do this. Well, you can't necessarily hide completely. It's it's like a warehouse. It's it's a blank underground space. Give me a stealth evil for your character, not necessarily to remain hidden, but to keep yourself from necessarily being noticed overall. Okay.
Jesus.
It seems everyone here is going about their business. There's nothing that really jumps out at you. Evil, you feel the spell sort of get resisted, and yeah. So I'm gonna do this really quick for you. So you've used one of those, and that's how you can keep track. Just a easy way to do it. Yeah, you feel a little bit of pushback against your spell, which is a little different for you, but if there's anything in particular you want to try, or you can just watch them.
I'm just gonna watch them.
Okay. Next, you're feeling a little uneasy. Something just messed with you, and you're not sure what it was. Birdie, you're still on kind of high alert, looking around, trying to find what might have done the thing. But nothing's jumping out at you as a potential source of this, of whatever Nyx was talking about. And having not felt it yourself, you're not even entirely sure if Nyx is being honest or just paranoid.
I want to start arguing with the guy and start seeing if he'll barter a little bit, be like, oh no, that scale looks a little it's a little old or something. It may be weighing a little bit lighter than I think it actually is and stuff.
He looks to you and says, well, I may deal in the things of the deceptive. I assure you, my scales are proper.
All right, fair enough.
Weighing everything out, and eventually sort of setting each piece down very meticulously. Well, he might be literally a dirty old man. He does seem to know what he's doing, and he's very, very meticulous about what he does and how he does it. It seems he has a process. First starting with each of the mushrooms, writing down their weight, and then on to the rest. Eventually he stops and says, I can trade you a worm tongue seed anyway, and say an extra 10, maybe 15 gold on top of that for what you have brought me.
Even those mushrooms are quite exclusive.
Mushrooms? Exclusive?
Yeah, the purple mushroom. Yeah, of course.
Make me a persuasion roll, I guess. Try it. Alright. He kind of looks to you and goes, perhaps, but I'm sure I could find some if I really wanted them that badly.
Yeah, but you'd have to go through all the trouble. Let's say 10 more, 25 total would be fine.
Sort of eyes you up for a moment and goes, 20. Final offer.
Done.
He quickly, all of a sudden, a drawer sort of pan made out of metal, or rather porcelain, slides out from underneath his desk, and he scoops all of the materials you've traded him into it. He closes it up, grabs a small glass vial with a seed suspended in some kind of mixture, places it on the counter, and puts 20 gold down next to it. Says, "I'm happy we could have come to this arrangement."
Oh, of course. Also, there's one more thing I'd like you to look at. And Nyx will hand him the 2 white vials of venom.
His eyes sort of perk up and goes, "I've not seen something like this, and well, it must have been." And he just starts sort of like muttering to himself incoherently, but he's examining each of the vials.
How's that for exclusive?
Yes, venom is much more difficult to come by. At this point, Evil, your character would recognize these vials for what they are. It's Yonti venom, typically from a queen, or at least one of them from a queen. It is a sort of a milky white, one of them a milky white with like a pink tinge to it. Very thick, viscous fluid, and very potent. And seeing someone, a surface dweller with Yonti venom, is odd. You would know that the only way to get that is either to somehow make a deal with the Yonti or kill them.
Okay. I want to find out why they have it.
Okay. And how would you like to go about doing that?
Would
That's sort of the beauty of it.
I want to get closer to them and like.
Okay. You're about 30 feet away. You start to sort of meander towards the potion cellar, doing your best to look like someone just perusing the stalls.
Can I use like sleight of hand and try to like take something from them?
Well, right now, the one vial is on the table, right?
Okay, bye.
And the other one is being held by this this alchemist, herbalist. So if you were going to take it from them, it would be very difficult as it's in plain sight right now. Yeah. There is one on the table that is currently not necessarily being looked at. Hold on one second. Somebody's at my door.
Someone should at my house too.
Coinkydink? I don't think so.
But now I get to be home alone. No distraction.
Nice.
That's fine.
To be fair,
what is your dexterity charisma score? Jesus.
Yeah, I was expecting to get maybe like 5 gold out of all those materials, so...
That'd still be only worth 500 copper or 50 silver.
That may be all that Nyx says.
I know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
AFK for a minute. Or like 5.
Okay. Yeah, Arella just ordered food. And
yay, food.
To the door or whatever.
Oh,
and she's in the shower.
I'm gonna order food too.
Come on, cat.
Okay. Well, we can continue on from here, at least for a couple minutes. But, yeah. Getting closer like that, it's going to be a little harder to mask you or your interests. So I'm going to give Birdie one more shot at sort of just a general perception around him.
Okay.
All right.
A bit better. Jeez. Damn.
At this point, you know, it's not so much a stealth game as like just trying to act nonchalant, so to speak. But Birdie, you do notice this individual. If you would like to describe yourself. without getting too in depth, as I would assume you're trying to shield your face, but
Yeah, currently I'm disguised as a human figure that is probably of some affiliate to a military rank.
Oh boy.
yeah. So it looks it's a how tall? About how tall are you?
Uh,
At least normally.
average height?
Okay. Here I'm gonna switch your page there.
Okay.
See that at the very top, age, size, and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can write those down for your own notes later, but something I totally spaced on. That was my bad.
Jeez, Raven.
Nevertheless,
Come on.
I try, man. I try. I had a lot
Maybe
going
if
through my head.
It was
Maybe if you
really
hadn't-
short notice.
Yeah, it was.
Maybe if you
but-
hadn't focused this last week on that little intro.
That took me 5 minutes before the game actually started. So
Sure.
as you see this sort of shorter humanoid figure wearing what seems to be a worn marine jacket. Whether or not it was ill-gotten or not, you're not entirely sure. You can't see
Doesn't really matter.
its face or anything like that. Slowly sort of perusing and moving towards you. There are also some other patrons around. None of them, one of them might be eyeing this vial as it is a brand new, I mean, it's a bit of interest. And of course, anytime you come to the black market, there are always eyes on you. That is just, part of being in the black market. So, at this point, with Nick's gone, I don't know what to do necessarily, or what Nick's is going to do.
Yeah.
We'll say, yeah, you notice this figure, and actually, give me an insight check, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, evil.
Yeah.
Give me a deception check. This is gonna be fun. Okay. You get the feeling that
Wow.
this figure is being nonchalant, but has taken some kind of interest in you. At a minimum, you're not necessarily sure that this is, someone who may have messed with Nyx, but you get the feeling that something. This figure is interested in you or something very close to you at a minimum.
I'm just gonna keep an eye on this person.
Okay. The potion seller, so to speak,
See what they
looks
do.
looks over everything, says something to the extent of, well, this is very interesting. However, I'm not sure that I'm the right person to take this. Also, yeah, and for when Busty gets the fuck back, what exactly do you wish to know about it? Or what is it that you wish to do with this? I'm gonna go refill my drink. Let's just take like a 2-minute break here while Busty fucks everything up.
Yeah. Not surprising.
Nope. Alright, so yeah. 2-3 minute break, grab a drink or whatever, and we'll see where this goes.
Tanaka, you have a vial of the Yanti Queen poison as well, right?
Yes, I have one left.
Okay, I was gonna say I thought I gave you one.
Though I can't use it right now.
Yeah,
Well, at least with my rifle. Yet.
Dip your bullets in it. I would assume, or musket balls, whatever they are.
Do what?
And you can probably dip your musket balls in it, or bullets, whatever you have.
Wouldn't work.
Yes, Giraffe?
Musket balls? I really don't think that's what they're called.
Bullets.
Yeah, definitely bullets.
Well, not if
You
it's
got
a
giant
if it's a not if it's a ball.
Yeah, that's
A
fucking
shot,
lame,
I
then.
guess, could
They
be.
gave him a pellet gun and were like, all right,
Yeah,
fuck off.
pellets,
Yeah, they gave him
ammo.
Oh, we're a little beyond muskets. This is it's got a cylinder, so it's like a revolver type thing.
Okay,
I bet.
gotcha.
Apparently, Terraria calls them musket balls.
Well, it's called a musket ball.
Okay, I guess I didn't know. I'm sorry.
When you fire them from a musket, they are musket balls.
Well, yeah, it's a
I
little
guess
metal
I just
ball.
didn't know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't know.
Now you done learned something.
I did.
The
Yay.
reading rainbow. The more you know.
I learn something every day.
And
Don't take
knowing's
mine.
half the battle.
But I'm sure that queen poison probably sells for a huge amount.
Better.
Like,
It's not like we can go get more.
ridiculously huge amount.
Well, we could. We just have to find some Yanti queens.
Find some more.
That was quite the battle.
I wouldn't know. I wasn't there.
Oh, we did a pretty good job of.
I think Kai almost died in the first round. I think.
Yep.
He was
The only
super
thing that
low.
saved him was me putting a fire barricade around him, so that way he couldn't get to him.
Wait, hold on. What are we talking about here? Which time?
The Yanti Queen. Which
Which time did I
Yanti
almost
Queen
die?
fight.
Oh
the
no,
first
yeah,
round
that was
is-
bad. Like she hit me for like 40 points of damage or something.
Yeah.
In one hit, yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know which was worse though, that fight or the Agni fight. Like
Yeah,
his
Agni fight wasn't that
fireballs were
bad.
messing shit up.
I don't remember that one.
You weren't there for that one.
Oh, okay.
That was when you had gotten kidnapped or whatever, and we were fighting our way to.
Oh, yeah. Dude, that was so fun. Oh my god, I literally ripped a door out of the wall. Like, not off of its hinges, like, I broke the wall around the door. I had used I had used that potion of giant strength or whatever we had, because I was trying to just break out of jail with the Marine. And I rolled a nat 20. So I just broke the whole wall.
Came in like the Kool-Aid
The
man.
door was
Oh, yeah.
So I handed the door to the dude. I'm like, I've used this before. It works pretty well as a shield. 'Cause it's like my character's backstory. Like the first big fight he ever had, he tore a door off the frame and used it as a shield.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Hello.
Hey.
I remember the fucking
Oh!
Queen fight where it's just like, all right, bring it on. It's like, oh god, I need help here,
Help
guys.
me!
Yeah.
I got it. Yeah, you shouldn't run in first anymore. You can stay like next to or behind me, and you'll be
The
fine.
thing
You're gonna
is,
attack
I
him.
didn't realize she had like a 60-foot move range, and I was breaking
Kind of
eggs.
sucks as a paladin.
Nyx, the potion dealer person wants to know what you want to do with the poison. If you just want information about it, or if you're trying to
Yeah,
sell
what are
it.
your intentions with the
I'm selling
Yanti
it.
Queen poison?
That stuff's probably worth at least the queen poison is probably worth a ton. So
Yeah, I want to sell it.
He said something about
it's probably
he
not
might
right
not
for
be.
him.
Yeah.
Huh?
He said that he might not be the person to sell it to, or to, you know.
Oh, okay. Well, I just saw like vials of shit, so I just kind of thought that he would deal with that. So my bad. All right. Well, cool.
Well, yeah. We'll see what
Raven's not
Raven
back
wants
yet.
to do when he gets back. Yeah.
Sweet. So, what did I screw up this time?
No, you're good.
You died.
Birdie
Everything.
did notice Giraffe.
Yes.
Oh, really?
But
Yeah. What's the dude trying to steal shit from me? What the fuck?
I mean, you don't
What does
know
that
that.
mean?
Yeah, no.
You don't know
I'm talking
shit,
out of
dude.
character.
Yeah,
I'm not
that-
trying to say that stuff. I know. I don't know shit. My character's dumb.
Yeah, how could someone take something that someone else wanted to use for their own personal things? Man, what a terrible thing to do. As I flash my shiny shield around.
All right.
yeah, I hate you. By the way, I mean it hasn't
Wasn't
come
my
up
call.
yet in game.
It wasn't his call. It was my
But I
Yeah.
totally would have.
It was kind of always. That was actually always kind of my plan. But
All right. So I got to
so-
go to a different booth.
He asks what exactly it is that you're looking for with this
Looking to sell them.
item.
Well, yeah, that. Which one is that? The one that he's talking about? Is that the queen one
He's
or
looking
the?
at the regular one initially, and the one with the blue-pink sort of tinge to it is on the table in front of him. As this is happening, Birdie,
Yes.
you hear a knocking sound as someone sitting at a table, sort of rapping their knuckles on said table. Evil, you would recognize this as thieves' cant. You're not entirely sure what it means. It's not something you're super familiar with, but you get the kind of gist. In a vague sense, anyway. But Birdie, you recognize this for exactly what it is, from your training, so to speak. It's a cat's eye sign of marking a target for theft.
Can I tell who the target is?
Not necessarily, but you have a feeling it has something to do with what's going on at the stall.
Oh boy. I'll look at Nyx. We should probably go.
Okay, do we have time to finish this transaction?
As you say that,
Probably not.
two figures seem to move, one to each of the doors in this room, sort of seeming to block your escape, at least for a moment, trying to look nonchalant.
Do I notice that?
Nyx, you don't really notice it, but
Fuck.
Birdie, with your
Roll
passive perception and Evil with yours, you two manage to see these two figures sort of moving into a position to potentially box you in.
Oh boy.
Well, I want to question them how they got the venom. So I kind of want to intervene what's about to happen without me being too noticed.
Well, you've been
You're
noticed.
keeping the line
Yeah,
of
I've been
notice.
noticed, and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know that. So I'm like, well, something has
Okay.
to
So
Uh,
you, how do you want to do that though? That's the real question: is how do you want to move into?
Can I use like my acrobatics to like zoom in to like be by them real quick so I can question them?
Sure. As you see that, you don't even need to use your acrobatics.
Okay.
You just sort of move a bit closer to them. You can ask them anything, or you can say whatever you want. But yeah, now we'll say you're within like 10 feet or so of
That's
them now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, start cartwheeling your way there.
Yeah.
That'll draw some attention pretty quickly. Yeah, you're now next to, or pretty close to Birdie.
can I just take the vials back, I guess, from the guy? Or take the one
Sure.
from the table and just take them back, since apparently
Okay, so
I can't
you
fucking do
take
this.
that one back. He's holding on to the other at the moment, and sort of looking at you. What would you like to do? He seems like he's oblivious to what's going on.
I'll be back for now. I'll have to come back later.
I see. All right.
Seriously, old man, just hand me the vial. I'll be back. Come on.
He sort of begrudgingly hands it over. All right, you have both vials in possession currently.
All right, yeah, I'll put them back in my pack, and then look at the person that is now fucking right next to us.
Yeah.
Hi, hello.
All right, so it appears to be, and you guys would actually know this. This individual, well, in somewhat, dustier clothes, etc., looks a lot like Isig, the Marine that you found, or that Ta found on the Yonti Island.
I wasn't there for that.
Yeah, so you would have heard about it though. This is that Marine that they're on the search for.
Oh.
Would I recognize this?
Yeah, you would.
Face
You
from
were
that?
on the ship,
Okay.
and so were you, Birdie. You were on the ship with. It was the guy who was with Mile, helping to pilot the ship while you guys were on the Three Sisters Island.
Oh. Hey, what's up?
Hey. Yeah, so where'd you get that Yonti venom there?
You know, here and there.
You know what? This is gonna be fun. Make me an Evil. Make me a deception roll to do your best to impersonate this Marine who
Person.
really didn't deal with, and Nix, give me an insight to see if you can recognize what's going on.
Please remember the fact that he was there with us.
Because I certainly wouldn't know that.
I know.
Oh, yeah, he was there.
Gosh.
You recognize the guy who was standing
Shooting
like
through
5
the
feet
door.
behind you, shooting at the Yonti Queen.
With a crossbow, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you actually think it's kind of odd, we'll say, in general, that he's asking about that. But you don't, you think maybe it's amnesia? You're not sure? Birdie, you can do that as well. Actually, no, you weren't there at the time.
No.
But you would have known that he was there, so you can take an insight as well. See if you notice anything.
Nope.
Wow.
You're getting away with this somehow, which is kind of amazing.
Because Roll20 fucking hates me.
It's a
yes.
plus
You guys,
side.
Nix, you're sitting there thinking to yourself, you were there when we got this, but why? But it doesn't. You're wondering why this individual doesn't have any idea of what you were doing, but at the same time, it seems like the guy.
Okay, well, wait. Weren't you there?
Well, I mean, can you remind me what happened? Because, I mean, maybe it's been a little while. Maybe I just don't remember.
It's been like a couple days. Are you? Wait, what? You don't remember? I mean, I don't know. Like when we finished, I kind of smoked some stuff. I don't remember much, so I don't know.
I mean, was I there with you? Maybe I just, like, forgot a few days, man. Like, okay, can you just remind me?
Wait, you don't remember though?
All right,
You didn't beat the check, man. You didn't
From
beat
the
the check.
distance.
I'm so confused.
All right, well,
All
are
right,
you taking it with you? Or, I mean, so we're friends. Maybe I think I...
All right, no. Okay. We fought a Yonti queen, right?
Okay.
I
This
mean, I'm
would
pretty.
have come as a surprise
We
to
saw
you.
you there at some point. I'm sure. You look familiar. I just don't.
This is like
whatever.
some heavy information for me to like think about right now.
Yeah, so this is you knew of the Yonti Queen. That's it's a you're kind of surprised that considering where you grew up and who you knew and all that. A Yonti Queen's venom is not given out ever, and to see it there typically means that that queen has likely died and been harvested, which is very odd to you considering where you come from and everything. So you kind of deduce that they may have killed the queen. Or at least that queen.
Do you guys have other friends? Were other people there?
Nope.
Am I friends with other people?
Yeah. You don't remember Carillion like running at him, going like, "Ah!" Then just like falling down really fast.
I mean,
Yeah,
maybe you're starting to like.
Okay, there was
Got some
Todd, he's a big
memories.
guy. He's a
Big guy. Okay.
Yeah. And then there was Bramnik, the smelly dwarf. And
Maybe I should meet them. Maybe it'll make me remember better.
you know what? Sure. I think we're gonna go see them soon anyways.
Cool.
Is that okay with
we
you?
need to get out of the situation that we're
Yeah.
in.
Yeah. So. Yeah. I forgot about that part. You shocked me with all this memories. We need to get out of here.
Okay. Do you have any idea how we could do that? Do you know the area?
Vaguely. I mean, I've been here a few days. I've been, taking in the sights of the sky. It's been really nice from the garden up by the palace. But, there's this back alleyway that we should probably go down.
At this point, you notice that the two figures anyway that were moved by the door are starting to walk slowly towards you, but there is now an opening behind them if you could get around them.
So let's go past those guards that are coming right at you right now, or me. I'm not exactly sure who they're after, but we're all noticed.
It seems like they've sort of grouped you all together and are now interested in all three of you.
Can I see the person who initially made the knock?
Yeah. Looking around, you can see a lone figure, dressed, of course, in sort of black, oddly robes, not leathers or anything like that. Just sitting and very blatantly just watching you.
I'm going to flash my tattoo at him.
Okay. He looks at you for a moment, sort of considers the situation. You hear a couple more knocks, and the figures sort of move back away from the doors for the moment, but are very wary of you still.
Okay, I think this might be the only chance we get. Let's get out of here.
All right.
It's the last time I come to this fucking market again.
You just, Underworld isn't necessarily, like, you try. I'll give you that. You try. But yeah, so the doors seem to be clear for the moment. You guys can head out, back up to the surface into the dark alleyway. You want to go the same way you went or the other way? Guess.
Let's go same way.
All right. You see the same individual sitting there on at his little makeshift desk and stool. He gets up and unlocks the door for you guys, and you step out back into the streets with a new individual in tow. Meanwhile, and what do you guys want to do at this point? Meet up with everyone else, or what?
I guess, yeah.
All right. Meanwhile, the rest of the group, your long walk down into the city. Where do you guys want to go first? I guess.
Yeah. Did we want to go grab barter first, or sell off our shit first? The non-essential shit.
Well, we were heading down to the market district.
I say sell our stuff first because there's things I need to do at the boat. So
Yeah.
Cool.
I'd rather do that and then get the other stuff done last.
Okay.
If that's cool with you guys.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, so you guys head down.
I'm not holding on to my claws anymore, am I? Wait, no, yes, I
Uh,
I was
yeah, you
thinking
are.
about making them into like gauntlets or tapping them on the gauntlets.
Should be interesting to try. You head out, Ta, recognizing that your first stop might be a good choice for Biggs or near Biggs, as it is getting, say, about midday now.
Yeah, I'd probably just head straight for Biggs's because we got a lot of weapons
Okay.
to get rid of.
All right. So you head out to Biggs' blacksmith shop with a giant Warhammer sign over the top, and a stout dwarf hammering away at metal inside. Across the street is another blacksmith shop where Bramnick obtained his battle axe. And as you guys sort of turn in, it seems like maybe the blacksmith recognizes Bramnick as you guys turn into the other shop. It doesn't seem to make any move or anything like that.
I'll just wave at him.
Oh,
What a dick! Oh my god!
thank you.
Well, I will go over and talk to him here in a minute, but
Okay.
It's just as soon as I shop in this other store.
Yeah. But as you guys enter into the blacksmith, into Biggs's blacksmith,
I wave at Valhorns and we'll be back.
as you enter in, you can see Biggs in the back, beating away at some sword or axe. You're not entirely sure. With a fire going, he again doesn't seem to notice you being too consumed in what he's doing at this exact moment.
Well, this is a real shithole.
Like the hammer stops mid-strike,
I thought you said you
And
fixed
then-
this place up.
and he just sets the hammer down off to the side, throws what seems to have been a long sword that he was working on back into the coals to heat up. He then picks up the hammer, turns around at a very high speed, and whiffs it right at your head.
Mhm.
He goes, it may be a shithole, but it's my shithole. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm good. Got this new shiny shield that's pretty light. Getting around even faster than I used to.
Yes. Go take it over into the side office, and Sarah will get you taken care of.
So I'll go set that over there, and then I'll come
Okay.
back out. And I have some things that you'll probably want, mostly weapons. Well, you won't want all of them.
Sort of
most
looks at
of
you
them.
like, right. Well, let's see what you got.
And I'm literally just gonna like. I know it doesn't really work like this, but just for the comic relief of it, I would just want to upend the bag of holding and
Jesus
just dump out all the weapons on the counter. So there's 3 quarterstaffs, 1 heavy crossbow, 3 crossbow bolts, 4 obsidian great swords, 1 spear, and 2 great axes.
Just goes spewing across the fucking counter, like just with this loud metallic clanging sound as they all just sort of hit metal and wood, a few falling onto the stonework floor. And Pix just sits there and goes, "Impressive."
I figure you
Okay.
can use the quarterstaffs for kindling for your forge or something.
That's about all they're good for. You kind of
This one was Bramnick's.
when
You
he says it
can
too.
use that one.
yeah, have at it, sir. I
And
don't care.
I'll just start a call out from the back. Hey, we didn't pick up any of those swords from those guys we killed
What? Which
at
ones?
the island.
They were
No.
shitty swords.
They were
Yeah, they
well,
were.
the
they were-
obsidian great swords are some of the stuff you picked up.
A lot
those
of the
swords
Yonti
were
ones were like rusty and not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he starts sort of sifting through everything. He looks at the crossbow, and the bolts. He kind of puts the bolts off to the side. Looks at the crossbow itself, it having been damaged a bit, but still totally workable. Sets that down. pulls the great axes off to the side as well with the crossbow and the bolts. Let's see here. Sort of piles the quarterstaffs up against the counter. Pretty disinterested, honestly. Adds the spear to the pile with a great sword though, and then with the great axes, and then starts looking over these obsidian great swords and goes, "I've no fucking idea what to do with these."
I mean, are they good for just fighting with, or can you use the materials, or?
I'm sure I could come up with something, but this isn't. It's stone. It's not really my thing.
I can take those back. That's fine.
I'll buy one off of you.
All right.
I might have a few ideas. The rest of it, let's see here.
Well, I've got some other stuff if you want to wait to do a tally.
Sure, what else
some
you got?
components that you might be able to use. I don't know if we wanted to use some of these for materials for weapons for us, but I figured I'd just see what you thought about them. So there's the list of tooth and such pieces.
So he looks at the fang piece first, and sort of just sort of checking it out, and says, "This could be useful, but not entirely sure how to. I'd have to think about how to mount this properly on a spear or something. May have its uses." The Oni tooth, he just sort of sets aside and says, "Not really for me." The Queen's claws, however, he sort of looks over them and says, "Well, I work in metal, but I might be able to do something with these, perhaps."
All right.
However, it'll take some serious time investment, and not entirely sure how well it would turn out. So, considering costs, I'm willing to go 5 gold each on the Queen's claws. The fang piece, I think I can manage that. 20 gold. I'll take one of these great swords off of you for another 5. I have no idea exactly what I'll do with it. And, well, I'm not going to lie to you. I'll give you a silver for each of the quarterstaffs. It's just going to be fucking kindling.
That's fine.
The spear and the great axes, we can tally that up to about, if we throw in the crossbow and the bolts, total of, say, 40 extra gold there. I'm pretty sure I can resell them.
All right.
The rest, not really for me.
Okay, that works.
Okay.
I'll walk up to Big Z.
He looks at you. If you say Big Z, he just looks at you. And make me a perception check.
I'm just gonna turn to him and just do a cutthroat, like just
Make me a
not say
perception
anything,
check.
just making that motion.
Okay. You can see he has his hand on something under the counter. You have no idea what, but calling him Big Z made him move his hand to something under the counter, and you're not sure what it is.
Sir, I would like to ask you about how much it would cost to attach these claws, and I'll just put them on the table one by one into a really good punchy gauntlet.
He sort of looks over them for a moment. I'm not sure it's a matter of cost. This would take a lot of time, a lot of refinement. Considering materials and time spent and cost, probably, well, with my work ethic, 500 gold to put something together. I assume you mean A glove with giant spiky things sticking out of it.
Yeah.
Yes. That's not so easy, but it's doable. It'll just take a lot of time and materials and refining processes and
What if you were
as
attaching them onto pre-existing gauntlets?
he just looks at you and goes, they'd break off.
Thank you.
At
I'll just
this
take
point,
those back and put them in my bag.
All
And back off very slowly.
All right. Yeah. At this point, he grabs all the stuff you guys have sold to him so far, sort of tosses it into what seems to be a large pile of other crap that he has that he hasn't sorted through, having been caught up in, making new stuff and never really cleaning his shop.
There's no rush on that. Just whenever. On the if you want to make daggers out of the claws or something, I'm sure one of our guys could use it.
Yeah, I'll do some experimentation. Odds are I'll only be able to get maybe one out of. Wait, so it's Yonti Queen claws times 2. So you guys recovered 2 of the claws, right?
Yeah.
Right. Because then you got the 10 from the other fucker.
Yeah, that
big
was
guy. I get those 2 mixed up sometimes, so I'm trying to. I have it in my notes somewhere, but I don't fucking know where.
Yeah.
He's sort of looking over it, testing the material properties. It seems to have like a little bit of give to it in one direction and hold strong on another, sort of like a bow.
And he's not taking the Oni Tooth or Wyvern Tooth, right?
Right.
Okay. Cool. Just updating the bag.
No problem. He looks at you and says, if I can make something out of this, I'm sure it's going to take more than well, we'll worry about that when we get to it. In the meantime, anything else?
Yeah. Hey, Biggs. Do you guys deal with enchanted jewelry as well?
Not me. Sarah has been thinking about starting up an enchanting shop. However, well, she hasn't quite managed to stock up yet. She's been enchanting my weapons instead. And actually, at this moment, you see a small half-elven woman step out, sort of trying to carry this ginormous fucking shield the size of her, which seems a little bit darker than it was earlier. It seems to be not necessarily cloudier, but not giving off as much light.
Yeah, it's like a mirror finish, just for everybody who doesn't know. At this point, or was
it's a mirror finish, and it sort of gives off a faint light. Not so much it doesn't necessarily light up anything, but it is noticeable.
I'll just teleport it back to my arm so she doesn't have to carry it.
You do that, she's right.
I got it.
I forgot you could do that.
It's really handy.
Hey,
I can see that.
Hey, Sarah. Can you take a look at this ring and maybe price it for me? And I'll show her the ring of eavesdropping and see what she thinks.
Okay. She sort of looks at it. That was a 90-foot range, right? Or something.
60.
60. Okay. So I couldn't remember exactly. And she sort of looks over and goes, "This is odd. I would probably put it somewhere between 50 to 100 gold maximum, assuming you got a very, very good deal or a complete idiot to help to sell it to."
Would you be interested in purchasing to stock up on supplies? I hear you're wanting to open an enchanting shop.
Yes, but I'm not a complete idiot.
Right. No.
I'd be willing to pay. Well, of course, there's the friends discount, so I'd be willing to pay, say, 45 for now, and perhaps some. If I could get my shop up and running, perhaps a bit of extra enchanting or a discount in future.
At this point, I'll go ahead
Yeah.
and pull
Okay.
a flask of holy water out. It's like, do you have any use for this?
She
As
looks at
he
you and
holds
goes,
a bottle of clear liquid.
"Yeah,
Oh, it's
I
it's
have no
holy
use for
water.
water. I have no use for holy water either.
Okay,
I'm a
cool.
purveyor of the arcane arts. I'm sorry, it's just not something that really comes up in day-to-day life." As you guys are having this conversation, Birdie, Nix, and this unknown stranger are walking down the Merchant's Road. You guys can see Big's shop a little ways away, and have a pretty good idea that that's where the party was going initially.
Okay.
So,
Yes.
Well, I think that wraps it up.
right.
I'm gonna go
Anyone
head over
else?
to Valhorn's shop real quick.
okay, sure. Yeah, you step through. There's a large, I believe, humanoid or human figure, sort of standing there. He seems to be going through some notes of his or a ledger of some kind. He looks up as you step in. What can I do for you?
Oh, hey, is he? No, Valhorn's a dwarf.
Is Valhorn a dwarf? I don't even fucking remember, man. It's been a while since
Well,
you guys.
It
Must-
is who I'm looking at, Valhorn.
Yes, actually, it would be.
Hey,
At this point, 'cause-
Valhorn, I'm back. Long time no see. I've got these claws. I took off some creatures.
He
How-
looks at you for a moment, not really recognizing you, and then it sort of clicks. He goes, "Aren't you the one I sold the armor to, who brought it back the next day?"
Yeah. Hey, listen. I didn't know I was gonna receive this new plate armor, so that's kind of why I brought it back. I just kind of want to get an estimate. You see these claws? How much would it be to like attach them or like make them into really good punching gauntlets?
Yeah, he
Or
looks at
gloves?
you. He looks at you, looks up and kind of in the air for a moment, looks back to you. "Oh, I could do something like that. And for you, I'll even make it a nice low price of 800 gold."
All right, I'm just gonna turn around and just like, whatever. I'm just turn around and leave.
All right. And at this point, we'll say, as you guys exit Big Shop, you can see Birdie, Nix, and
I'll be right
someone
back.
else looking like Isig walking down the street towards you.
Oh, we found a friend.
Wait.
Hold on. Do I remember? Does he look familiar to me
You-
with the military?
Yeah, all of you.
Oh, it's Isig.
And
You're
I
out
am
of
never
the...
taking Nyx anywhere else again.
What happened?
I assume the worst that could have possibly happened.
Hey, Isig, what's
Ish.
up?
All right, be right back.
One of us was marked for someone was going to steal from us. Because I can only assume because this dumbass just dropped everything on the fucking table.
Did any of them follow you?
I don't think so.
Not that you notice, no.
Wait, if I had... Because I was going to question, like, hey, I thought you were with... But I actually forgot where Isig was supposed to go. But then, would that be
Yeah.
a perception or like...
Isig was supposed to be with Kara at a debriefing, and back in Marine duty.
Okay.
Uh,
Did I may have just preemptively rolled the wrong check. Should I have rolled something else instead? Just because I realized I knew he went somewhere, but I didn't know if it was like a hey, look, it's Isig. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, well, you'd remember that Isig is typically with Kara and Sid, and potentially with his brother.
Oh,
Izod. Yeah, because there's Izod, and then notes. Where are you? There we go. Yeah, there's Izod, which is what this person appears to be, and Gelkick. Gelkic being the ranger. Yeah, you would assume that, Izod being a Izod Izek being a Marine would probably return to duty as soon as he could.
Right.
He seems that kind of guy.
Hey, weren't you? How'd the thing go?
Thing. It went good.
Yeah, okay, deception.
I was like, can I
Deception
roll
versus
insight as
insight.
well?
And I'm going to give all of you guys an insight on that one. But deception's pretty good.
Oh yes! Yes! I draw my sword. Immediately I draw my sword and point it at what looks like Isig.
Can I use suggestion on Ta?
You can certainly
What's
try.
the range on that? Yeah, you're within 30 feet. You can totally do it. Bramnik also notices that this is probably not Isig, but yeah, Ta, make me a will save.
Is that a wisdom?
Constitution.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Oh boy.
Kai, is your thing always on for saving throws? For +2, right?
The aura.
Yeah, the aura.
Yeah, it is.
So
So
9.
No, no, don't spell save of DC 14. What do you want to say to him? 'Cause
That
you gotta implant, whatever.
yeah, like
Alright.
that. So Ta, like you're the big dude. Like I don't remember stuff. I think I have like amnesia or something. Like Nyx, I think,
I
or
fire off a divine
or-
sense.
I mean,
Okay.
what if it
Marines
said
are
we
a
did
better
like some
quality than this.
we did stuff? Like I mean, I don't remember anything.
And he's acting kind of out of character.
All right.
Yes,
so
suggestion is just more like you tell me you want me to do something.
Oh,
and then I
yeah.
have to.
oh, so I usually tell you what to do. Oh,
yeah, it
oh,
says
alright,
sort of in that
yeah.
like middle
Cool.
paragraph or second paragraph there in your spell.
So I'm supposed to be telling you that I'm the person, right? Like that's what I was.
You can be like, oh, you trust me, you know me. or-
Yeah, exactly. Like
Well,
So,
you
yeah.
you suggest a course of activity, so it's not just like
Right.
I don't know. Does remembering count as that, or would it have to be like put your sword away or something? I don't know much about this spell.
It could be. Hey, you know me. You trust me. Like we go way back. Why are you?
yeah, that's
you know-
basically what I'm
Come
trying
on,
to
we're friends.
insinuate. Like
Yeah,
I,
you
you
can
know,
do that.
like totally,
Okay.
exactly. Like so, like we're friends. I just like I think I have amnesia. I don't remember things, but if you feel like I'm acting out of character, but we know each other, totally.
So at this moment, Todd, you feel kind of like something's off, but also this all feels reasonable. Yeah, we're friends. We escaped that Yonti cavern together. You were this person is trusted.
Knowing that Ta gets charmed easily and seeing him like originally pull out
Bramnik,
his sword.
I was gonna say, Bramnik, however, you also critted. So
Oh no, Birdie critted. I didn't.
Birdie.
oh,
And I got a 21. What does that do?
Yeah.
okay.
That's enough. It was 19.
That means, Krillian, your divine sense goes off. You don't feel anything evil, or necessarily fiendish or anything like that. So nothing that really jumps there. However, and it's not a divining rod for alignments at all. It's you can sense great evil or great good,
Undead.
but not necessarily
Ah.
little evil
Got
or
it.
little good. However, Birdie, all of a sudden, things aren't quite adding up as much as they were before at all. This doesn't quite seem right. You were convinced earlier, but something about seeing this individual work, speaking to Ta, and sort of,
Oh wait,
you
hold
know,
on.
you notice something odd just happened. Maybe some kind of spell.
Everybody within
Corellian, you-
within 10 feet of me gets a +2 to their save. Wait, no, those aren't saves. my
yeah.
bad.
So a
Well, that's
9
good.
doesn't
Yeah.
do it.
I only got a 9.
No.
Yeah. Yeah,
Wisdom, no good.
Yeah, her spell save DC is 14, so good luck. However, and Corellian, you're wondering what is going on as well. This doesn't seem right.
Hey, Tom. The last time somebody talked to you like that, didn't you get pulled off to the fucking Snake Island?
Well, but that's not Isig. Isig doesn't have magic.
Yeah, but didn't you say somebody impersonated Isig?
Well, yeah, but this is Isig.
I don't
Totally
think so.
Isaac. Totally. Hey guys, so what are we doing? Like, let's stop talking about me. We need to like get moving. Like, what are you guys doing? What's up?
Well, shouldn't you know that?
Haven't you guys not seen me in a few days? I've been, working. I've got a job to do. I'm very dedicated.
What sort of job?
Hold on, let me pull Bramnick and Nyx aside. It's like, hey guys, do you guys remember anything about shape-shifting stuff? Like if you hit them with silver or whatever?
Yeah.
Y'all got any like magical silver weapons?
Can I look at them and see, are they magical at all?
Oh, okay. Okay, so looking at this individual, there is in fact some illusion magic happening right now around Isig. Also, there's a dagger at Issig's belt that you don't remember being there, and it's also faintly magical.
I cast Dispel Magic on her.
Okay.
Does that also give a suggestion?
It does not end suggestion necessarily, but what it does do is all of a sudden Isig is no longer Isig. In fact, if you'd like to actually describe your character properly now, Evil, you can.
Okay. Well, am I describing it to them as my character or just
No, just as this will be out of character, so they know what they're actually seeing now.
So I have reptilian features. I'm very human-like, but you notice some patches of scales on various parts of my body, and my eyes are very snake-like. But my tongue, now that really catches your eye as I lick my lips with this little forked tongue.
Are you male or female?
I'm female.
As soon as the illusion drops, I'm casting Entangle on them.
I don't know what I could do right now.
I'm gonna reel back.
You're
That's
still
it.
under suggestion.
I know.
So, despite everything else, you are. Well, this is obviously not Isig that you, or at least not that you remember.
Right, but that's the only suggestion I
You're
had.
still a friend.
Oh no.
I know it says a 20-foot square, but can I like make it a concentrated like entangle?
Okay, here's what I'm gonna
That's
have you
always
do.
me.
I'm gonna because
I'm not stupid, I just-
your wisdom's -1, and it's so
I
easy.
know.
And I didn't. Yeah. So in that case, I'm gonna have you roll a nature check. Is that or you know what? Let's just make this a straight wisdom check to concentrate it so it doesn't hit everybody else.
Oh, entangle. Okay, I was like,
Okay, yeah. You managed to sort of force the entangle directly up underneath this apparent Yonti, who is now standing in the place that was once holding Isig. So that means, let's see.
She needs to make a strength.
Creature in the area. So yeah, you're going to need to make a strength saving throw. So right underneath your proficiency bonus, it'll say saving throws right above skills. Just click the strength one. We'll see how well you do.
At this point, I'll look at Todd. Like, if we hit not Isig, will you hit us back?
I don't know. Why would you hit our friend? I don't know. This is so
This is so fucking
'cause
weird.
like if it was charm person or friend, I would get it. But if it's just suggestion, I don't know. I really am lost.
Well, suggestion is concentration, so if they get
Yeah.
hit and doesn't make the Constitution save, then it drops the spell.
So am I supposed to do the strength
Yep.
thing?
So you're gonna roll on saving throw strength. Okay. You are these vines all of a sudden shoot out of the ground, wrapping you and restraining you to exactly where you were standing.
Who are you? And drop your spell on my friend.
Oh, okay. Just I think I kind of want to be your guys' friend, but I'm Juzia.
I ready my hub, it's like, man, I haven't killed one of you guys in a couple days. I'm really feeling
I
it.
mean,
Dude, is
You
this one of the
know-
babies we didn't kill? Like, what?
no,
Who
man.
are
I'm just here. I just want to wonder the world and explore and.
Wait, no.
I mean, the
shut up,
city.
shut
You
up,
guys,
shut
the
up.
city.
Just shut up right now before
Can
I
I
kill
insight checker?
you. No, I've got something
Okay,
else.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
pulled
you
this.
can make an insight check.
A zone of truth.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh.
shit.
Oh.
Oh, damn.
alright.
Oh.
Well, all right. So do an insight check first.
Yep.
Nope.
Seems
I haven't
perfectly
used this
reasonable.
ever.
Zone of truth. Okay, so what is your spell save DC? Kai?
13.
Okay. So what you'll need to do, Evil, and actually everyone in the party needs to make a wisdom save, I believe, or a
If they
charisma
choose
save.
to resist.
Yep.
Hey, that's slightly better than wisdom. Hey,
Hey!
22.
No.
Everybody beats you. So
Everyone beats you.
Damn it.
Yeah, is what it is.
Well, I'll
but you
know
know
that.
that everyone beats you.
Why are you resisting
so-
a zone of truth?
You can choose to fail it if you want to, Evil. If you want to submit essentially to it's like truth serum, for lack of a better term, and you can't lie knowingly lie while you're under it. You can
you can't
choose
tell
to
half-truths.
submit to it, but you also did pass a DC if you want to be able to lie.
Well,
It is your choice.
I want to tell them some stuff, but maybe not everything.
Okay. Well, you can refuse to answer questions.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's all up to you.
Okay.
Do you want to submit to it or not?
is there a partial submit to it?
Yeah. I want to tell
Okay.
them
No,
stuff.
you either do or you don't.
Yeah. Then
it is an
I
either.
guess I submit to it because I want them to believe me.
Yeah, it says at the end you can be
Okay.
evasive in your answers as long as
Okay.
it within the boundaries.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Krellian, you recognize that this person could have beaten you, but willingly
Okay.
submitted to your questioning, and you have 10 minutes of questioning.
Damn it. I can't kill you yet because you submitted. So if you guys have any questions, you might want to ask them. I'll
First,
go.
drop your spell. Not you, but her.
Come
Whatever you did to him, undo it.
on. Okay. I mean, sure.
Okay. You can do that. So you end concentration on the suggestion spell. Ta, your mind is now free.
I draw my sword.
I step between. It's like, wait. She can answer some questions. I have her under a zone of truth right now that she submitted to.
Okay.
Who are you and what are your intentions here?
To
Who's your
see the
daddy?
sky. I mean, honestly, I have a job to do, but
For
I'm
who?
mostly kind of just doing my own thing. They kind of don't necessarily know what I'm doing. Well, and especially with this news that you've given me, I don't know if I have a job.
Who's your boss?
Well,
I think dead.
I mean, very plausible. So, I just work for whoever's going to give me money, honestly. So, I've got a paycheck right now, but, I don't know what's up for the next couple of weeks. What are you guys up to?
What is a paycheck?
Well, I mean, I'm a military person, clearly. I was just a Marine, right? So, I mean, I know all about his life. He got paid.
If I punch her, is that going to break the spell?
I mean, that's my
No.
It's my
It's
stuff.
his concentration.
Can I
It's
punch
not
her?
even a concentration. It's just a duration of 10
Roll an
minutes.
attack. Sure.
Okay. What is it for unarmed? I don't know.
1d4
it's
plus
strength.
strength.
so it's 1d20 plus strength. You're not proficient with your unarmed necessarily.
Okay. Oh, plus the modifier.
Boy.
Plus strength mod, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So
no.
I mean, she is restrained.
actually,
you have
she's restrained.
advantage.
You have advantage.
Oh,
Yes, roll
okay.
it. Yep. Okay, 16. As you sort of swing out, it's a little slow, a little clumsy, and the
She's still shaking off his
Yanti,
suggestion.
despite being restrained, just sort of slightly
God.
edges over a little bit, and your fist just swings past her.
Snakes. Why is it always snakes?
I mean-
Oh, wait.
Motherfucking snake.
I'm here. I'm just gonna like back up, trying to hold up, like hold him back. Say, all right, just take it easy.
Why'd you do that, man?
He doesn't like you, and I don't like you either. What's your name?
All right.
Okay,
Both of
okay.
you guys, calm down. All right, calm down. Let the ladies talk. Okay,
Say
Jesus
your real name. God damn it.
Yeah.
Christ. Okay.
You're so fiery. I told you my name. I told you my real name. It's Zuzia.
Can you spell that
Yeah.
for me?
Why do I
Yeah.
even know how it's spelled?
Bramnick, why do you want to know what words mean? Like, really, I would expect that to be the last thing you would ever say.
So, do you want to know my real job title? Because maybe it'll be beneficial to you guys to
I was gonna
have someone
ask
of my
you that.
status.
Yeah.
Sure.
I am a trained spy. I know you're not supposed to tell people that, but since you killed my boss,
So your boss was the queen?
basically, she's at the top. Like, she's not my person I talk to.
Gotcha.
I'm not her friend or anything.
So
Are
what was
there-
your job? Do you know?
I can't. I mean, I already told you too much. I mean,
You heard the soda truth.
I mean, she can.
Yeah.
She can just
Yeah,
not.
you can-
answer
you can-
She
for
can
it.
be evasive.
Yeah, you can be evasive, or you can just choose not to say a word if you want to.
Is there more than one queen? Which you'll probably have to ask Raiden about.
No, I gave her the information actually. But
Are you
I
here
mean,
to bring harm?
what do you expect? Do you think one queen is gonna die and then all of us are dead? Like, come on
That
now,
would be
guys.
nice.
This isn't
Let me kill
Marvel.
one
Are
of you
you
and kill all of
here?
you. I'm not wanting to kill you guys. No.
Where's the one that looks like me?
you wouldn't know that. You left before that one left.
Are you here to bring harm to the dragon ascendancy?
No. Me personally, no.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, that tells us a fair amount. Snakes and orcs, put them on the list.
What are you trying to gain by befriending us? Like, what is your goal?
Well, are
Probably
you guys
her
like
life.
explorers or something? Do you guys just like go places? What are you doing? I mean, I kind of want to like go places and like.
yeah,
not-
about that.
We killed
Not-
Auntie
what-
queens, liches, and
Wait.
fucking giant evil fiend hybrids.
Why do you want to kill Yanti? We're pretty
Because
cool.
they're all terrible people.
I mean, come
Not as bad as
on. Can I
That's
prove that we're
racist.
not terrible? Like,
That's
come on.
racist.
You shot
What,
a spell
some-
at our big tanky friend here as soon as you saw
Yeah.
him. What the fuck?
Yeah, some
It
dude
was a nice spell. I didn't hurt him.
basically abducted me, put me in prison, so I
Here.
fought my way out and killed a lot of them, by the way, which was
What are you talking
wonderful.
about?
And then we killed the queen.
Wait. I mean, I wasn't there. I'm not involved. I
No,
don't
'cause then you'd be dead.
necessarily care. I'm not
Here's
dead.
the
I'm
point.
alive. Because
Yes.
I'm smart and I got out of there.
I say we take her to the ship for questioning.
How about we take her to the guards? Remember what happened
No,
last time we
wait!
took a snake to
Oh,
the
yeah.
ship for questioning?
Oh yeah.
We'll just not
That
let you
turned out
talk
well.
to her.
Wait a minute.
You can't talk to her.
Oh, I won't be
How about
talking.
So you see why I casted a spell on him. Like, clearly, target the big guy. He's going to be angry.
If you wouldn't have, maybe I would have
To be
listened.
fair, he's one of the least dangerous of the groups, and I cracked my whip.
Excuse me?
Oh, good to
Oh my
know.
God.
You wanna-
I'm trying to be
Excuse
intimidating.
you?
Yeah.
I'm enjoying this.
Which
far
one
too
of us
much.
smited a goddamn Dream Eater out of this dimension?
I'm sorry, who hasn't died? Oh, that's right, me.
Or
All right,
me.
Nyx is gonna like
there's
let
a few
these
of you.
guys have their peeing contest and like go walk over and actually like talk to this person. Like,
All right.
just fuck
What do you say?
Jesus. I'll be like, okay, so while they do their thing, why is it exactly that you're like all into like going outside and stuff? Have you been underground a lot?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Well, so why
You
don't
would
you go?
know,
Like, I'm just curious why.
especially from your run-in with Yanti earlier. You know they typically dwell in caves, and Birdie, I assume, is sort of just doing his normal thing, which is sit back and watch. Birdie, you would know this very easily, as Yanti, I believe, do qualify as monstrosities typically. Yanti have a large
I'm not sure.
society in the Underdark. They are denizens of the Underdark, typically, known for for infiltrating and learning about the overworld. For what purpose, you're not necessarily sure, but they tend towards chaotic evil, or rather lawful evil in a lot of cases, following the whims of their queen. This Yanti, from what you guys have experienced so far, seems very different to the other Yanti that you have met in the past.
They're not that common on the surface, though, right? Yanti?
They're well, no, they're not.
Okay, so
And
then
even if they
probably-
were, you would never know. They're infiltrators for a reason.
Right. So then Taw's only experience with them is being abducted by them and then killing all of them.
And then being lied
Yeah.
to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, and then that, and then also being cast a spell on again.
Yeah.
Well,
And
PTSD
the
kicking
same
up
spell
here.
too.
Yeah, great. Gee, I wonder why I'm angry.
Toss
So-
hulking out.
Cool.
You look a lot like very much so different than other Yanti we've encountered. Do you care to explain any of that? Like, why is this?
I just yell while we're still arguing in the background. Specific
So-
questions.
I mean, you want to know about my life? Like, do you know about Yanti? I won't start from the beginning of being hatched and growing up as a child, but I'm quite trained in different abilities, and being underground all the time, I just read books and heard about these places, and I just want to go see places like the sunlight. Like it's so bright.
Yeah, it's actually very bright. It's a little bit. One, it's odd to have. It's odd but pleasurable to feel the sun kind of on your skin, warming you. Normally, Yanti live in kind of darker areas, but you get warmth from sort of the Earth's, from being much closer to like the mantle of the Earth. Well, not the Earth, but the planet. However, yeah, the light when you first came out of the caves, it was almost blinding, and you've sort of adjusted to it now.
Do you have to wear this hood a lot?
Yeah.
Will you betray us?
She already said she's a spy.
Yeah, but she's under a zone of truth.
I'm gonna say, for the purposes of this and the EP frickin' conversation, or yeah, the pissing contest. Yeah, you've got one question left before this spell fades.
Yeah, maybe that's a good question. Then, are you going to betray us?
I mean, I don't betray
Nope,
friends.
wrong answer. It's too
I
long.
I had to think about it there for a second. I had to contemplate, do I continue my mission of what my mission is, because you didn't ask me what my mission is, but
No,
would
I
I
didn't.
betray you guys? Now, I don't think I would, because would you betray me?
Yeah, guards would be great to have here right about now because they could take you away.
Hold on.
I could get rid of
Tom.
them.
It would be nice to have somebody who's effective at tricking people, better than Nyx usually does.
I'm
'Cause when
quite
she fails,
deceptive.
Are you
most of the
I
time,
was
considering
quite
having this
trained.
person on our ship?
Okay, hold on. Here's what happens. 1, the smell fades. 2, oddly, Nyx and Corellian both hear in their various patrons' voices almost exactly the same message. It's not quite, but basically, this one could be useful. Keep her around.
Nope.
You're not fighting against my god, Ta. This is not happening. We're gonna have to
Ta.
keep her.
Shut up. Ta, you hear something very different. A sort of sultry female voice.
Oh,
It just says, "Kill her. You know you want to."
She's free to move now.
Yeah, both. Well, how long is
Yeah,
in
my
total?
spell only lasted a minute, I believe.
Yeah. She's free to move.
And she hasn't run off yet.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the guards were looking for her though, so those are my two options in my head right now: are either kill her or turn her in.
I don't know if they're looking for me. I mean,
They were looking for the snake that turned into the marine.
Oh,
Well, they
don't
didn't know
you
it was a
worry
snake.
about this. Hold on. And Nyx is going to go into her bag and pull out her disguise kit and see if she can help disguise our new friend.
No, wait.
Wait, is that the first time I've heard that, Raven?
Yeah, it's the first time you've actually heard that voice. Since being marked. Yeah.
Right. Okay. All right. I was just gonna be a little kind of shake it up, well, that was okay, but still contemplating killing her.
Yep.
Because I don't know. Those are my I'm just weighing the two options right now.
Yeah, that's
She's
fair.
not moving, so I'm not saying anything.
I feel like we need to give her a chance.
Yeah, like the last
To
snake dude.
explain herself.
Listen,
Yeah.
We can get her back to the ship, cast another zone of truth,
Bad idea.
and
I'll just
question her. Where
I'll
else?
pull Ta aside and just whisper in his ear. My God,
Don't whisper it, Mike. Don't do what?
All right,
Just
my God,
what?
literally just whispered to me. Give her a chance, and my God doesn't talk to anybody. For
Isn't your
whatever
god
reason.
evil?
No,
No.
Zorquan is
Oh,
great.
I don't know anything about it.
Zorquan's
You're thinking
neutral,
Tiamat.
basically.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Tiamat's evil, Bahamut's good, Zorquan is sort of in the middle.
so I mean, maybe I'd be to help. Maybe I am able to help you guys.
I have,
Maybe you need to speak to people in a certain language or be disguised as someone to get into somewhere. I mean, I'm pretty good.
All right, guys. Just
I got a
okay.
couple
Okay,
spells
listen
that'll
to
keep
me.
her from running away. If we
Shut up.
if
Shut
we
up. Shut up. Shut up. Listen to me. All right. You know how I feel about getting new people on, like anybody. All right. Like seriously, I flipped the fuck out earlier because of all this taking on strays. But I like her.
That makes me like her less, actually.
I just look at Nyx and kind of cock my head. It's like, really?
You hated your owl? I loved your owl. You like her? I don't like her.
Okay. What if
Also, where's your owl?
Yeah.
What if I could get the owl back? Huh? How's that? Would it make
I mean,
that any less better?
It wouldn't make me want to bring her on board, but I would like the owl again.
Too bad.
All right, I still haven't done that. Fuck.
Oh, I ready a grapple action just in case Ta really just goes for the swing.
Okay.
I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna be like, "Oh, while you guys figure this out, I'm gonna go shopping for a bit."
Could I before he leaves, could I look for some guards around? Which I know is the terrible thing for me to ask, to look
Sure.
for anything.
Give me perception.
Nope.
That was
There are
persuasion.
people here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just thought P and the. Nope. Even more.
Definitely.
Looking around, you're
He embarrassed to see,
Confused.
barely see his own foot.
you see some interesting figures, but your eye is you sort of you got nothing.
All right.
Well, either way, Nyx is gonna dress her up and see if she can try to disguise her really quick.
I'll tell you what. How about you stay with us until I figure out what to do with you? I'd rather not let her out of my terrible sight.
Okay.
Okay.
At least
Yeah, good
I'll
luck.
just pipe up. I mean, it's better than his alternative where he suggests he kills you right away.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So you've dressed me up. I mean, I
Alright,
kind
so
of could
it
do that,
takes you-
but okay.
So it takes you about 10 minutes or so. You can't do anything about the eyes or the tongue, but any of the any of the exposed scaly patches on the neck or any bit of exposed skin you can cover up and make look like regular flesh for the most part. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to do much about eye color or anything like that.
Can I give?
Really quickly?
Can Nyx give her cloak thing, that really puffy one with the hood?
She has a cloak.
Oh, she's got one.
A,
with
a
the hood.
pretty good cloak, yeah,
Oh, okay.
for what you're looking to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Just keep your hood on, I guess.